Hey Dummies, it's Dave Decide. Today we have some interesting topics to discuss. There recently is what we believe Jungkook addressed hookup culture and himself, and also I wanted to get into Taeyang's mixtape and everything was gone. But before we do have a sponsor for today's video, so let's roll that clip. Today we have a very important sponsorship, which is Yours app, and I'm very excited to introduce it. Mental health is something that is so important and something I talk about a lot here. Yours app and all of their information is linked down below. They're a wellness and lifestyle app, anything you can think of such as yoga, fitness, meditation, sleep, and LGBT themed things the app can help you with. And they even offer something the other wellness apps don't, which is personalized content to better help you get where you want to be mentally and physically. This is not a replacement for therapy, but perhaps can be used in aid with it. They do offer psychological advice for those who need it though. Now I know I can't afford therapy constantly, which is why I go on and off, but having an app that helps with meditation and even understand the struggles I go through as someone a part of the LGBT community, I can use this app and get personalized help in getting better sleep and a clearer head in between those sessions and times I cannot afford to go to therapy. I don't have to sit here and tell you the benefits of meditation, but I encourage anyone who can spare a few moments a day to go ahead and try meditation. And the Yours app is a good way if you don't know where to start with that. I will put their information down below in the description. You can go to yoursapp.com/Dave to get 60% off your subscription and use the discount code Dave. Please go check them out and thank them for allowing this channel to have this amazing partnership. So hater or not, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. The first thing that I wanted to get into was Taeyang. So recently it seemed like both Jungkook and Taeyang were very active online and answering questions. Jungkook was on Instagram, which I will get into in a little bit, and Taeyang was active on Weverse. So armies were posting questions for him on Weverse, and Taeyang was able to answer and leave a comment. There usually are a lot of questions talking about Taeyang's personal life, what he has been up to, and just even people leaving comments about what they're doing, hoping for some inspirational stuff. This time was no different. Armies asked what Taeyang was up to, and he responded saying that he was watching a drama. I was very surprised that BTS has time to watch shows, but I am glad that they take the opportunity to enjoy themselves, as watching drama is also kind of part of their job. They can learn a bit more about what it means to be on camera and be natural and pick up acting tips and stuff like that. It's educational and fun. Obviously, if you want to be a great actor or entertainer, you have to watch a lot of entertaining stuff and draw inspiration. Taeyang was watching the show The End of the Effing World and addressed how he really liked the director's work. I haven't seen this show, but if he says it's great, it's great. Done deal. The director has big brain then. God has spoken. But oftentimes, these are not things that most people notice about a show. They usually more so notice the people on camera. So this is amazing how Taeyang immediately compliments the director. Maybe a directing career is in the future. Who knows? One of the other interesting comments that Taeyang wrote on Weverse was talking about him listening to an OST. I expect the OST will rank high within the next week or so with the Taeyang's recommendation. I like that the boys always listen and watch non-mainstream work. Like, they don't listen or watch shows that are super trendy all the time. They sometimes acknowledge songs and shows that maybe not too many people have heard of, but are great. And oftentimes they'll watch something or listen to something before it blows up, or maybe they help blow it up. Now, one of the craziest things that we saw Taeyang answer was a question about his mixtape. We honestly at this point don't know when it'll be, but I think we are all okay with that, as we will know when it's out, and we shall wait until then. But the anticipation is killing people, and they wanted to make sure that some of the short songs that Taeyang has released will be included. One of them in particular was my favorite that he released on Instagram story. We obviously don't know the name of it. It wasn't the full song, I don't think. It really didn't have a bridge, and I expected that maybe we'd hear the bridge on the mixtape. And he was kind of saving that. This was when I believe he was in Hawaii, he was driving down the road, and we hear the song play and he is singing along, and you can hear the wind and whatnot. So this army asked about the song that they called Travel With Me, which is the first few words that Taeyang sings, and asked to make sure the song is included. Taeyang very shockingly responded saying that he doesn't really remember the song, and I guess maybe he looked it up or whatever, but then responded that all the songs he posted will not be included in the mixtape, and once he uploads them, he deletes them. Why does this man delete everything? So the ones we've seen are just kind of the throwaway songs. This is sad because this is definitely one of my favorite songs I've heard from him, and his voice sounds so good. And I think at this point we have to realize when BTS releases a big chunk of a song early and on Twitter or whatever, we are never getting the full song. The same thing happened with Jungkook's song Decalcomania. He mentioned how that song will never be released, and this is because the song was about how he felt ARMY misunderstood him, but later realized that he is not misunderstood anymore. And so it's not appropriate to release. But it's a very good song. Now the thing that bothers me is that Taeyang clearly had the song memorized, the Travel With Me song. It's mixed, everything's done, and he's just like, nope, bye. This always puzzles me when I hear artists do this, because to mix and record a song takes a lot of money and time to just throw it away. But obviously you don't want to release something that you're not entirely proud of. So I do understand that. Now while I hear Taeyang was killing us with this idea that he deletes everything, Jungkook was also on social media and asked ARMY to drop him some questions. So this is interesting because the boys cut out all communication with everyone on Instagram. So no comments on their photos, their DMs are closed, but for this thing, Jungkook did kind of open his DMs and allowed people to ask him some questions to answer. In total, I believe Jungkook answered about 60 questions, and among those 60 questions, none of them were my or your questions. This is my villain backstory, Jungkook. Now, Jungkook was flirting back with everyone. So one person wrote that Jungkook should look into the mirror to see something fun, and Jungkook responded that they were more fun to look at. And others saying that Jungkook lights up their world. There was also another comment that people found to be the most interesting. Someone asked about Netflix and chill, and Jungkook responded that nowadays the equivalent to this is, do you want to see my cat? Two things crossed my mind when I saw this. First, how does he know what Netflix and chill is? Like this is a phrase that is translatable in Korean culture? Because they didn't know what hookup meant when Ellen asked them that. So, you know, Netflix and chill, how many of those have you done? I need to know. But then the other thought I had was, if this was something they often say in Korean too, then it's so funny that Jungkook knows what the current hookup term is. I actually like that better, that it's to see your cat, because I could never say no to that. You could be a murderer without a cat, but if you say you have a cat, I don't want to personally miss out on that opportunity to see a cat. A lot of people already think that Jungkook might be gay or dating one of the members, so this idea that he has hooked up with men started to be assumed, and even when people were requesting HYBE to take action over their Wattpad story, including a gay character, people were saying to treat Jungkook better and all that. I think those people would have also been mad over this idea that Jungkook knows what Netflix and chill is. But there was even this ongoing joke that Jungkook responded to. On every live stream with Taeyang in there, Taeyang grabs the iPad and scrolls through the comments. He immediately reads the comment out loud that reads, "Yoongi, marry me." And it became a joke that even when Yoongi is not there, Taeyang will see it and read it out loud. Basically, the joke is that Taeyang looks for these comments. Someone wrote that in Jungkook's Q&A, and people were like, nice try, Taeyang, saying that Taeyang wanted to just write this to be funny. I thought this was hilarious, but obviously just a joke. As something you may not know is when you do the Q&A on Instagram, the person who started the Q&A can see who is sending the question. It's not anonymous. We just can't see who wrote it after it's posted on the story. Jungkook did respond to the comment and said, "Hello, I'm Yoongi," with a question mark, either saying that he is Yoongi and he accepts the marriage, or saying, "Are you saying I'm Yoongi?" I'm glad that Jungkook figured out Instagram and did something like this. He definitely made over 60 ARMY's day by responding and giving such cute answers, because he was definitely flirting a little bit or a lot. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thank you to this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.